Hi, welcome to Driving TV and I hope you are well. In this week's video, I'm going to answer few of the questions I received on the channel this week. So let's start the lesson. Can I correct parallel parking? This is one of the questions I received this week. The question was that, can I correct the parallel parking? Yes, you can. So say you've done the parallel parking and you are too far from the pavement, or you can see that as you are going in, you are about to hit the pavement. At that point, stop the car, go forward, and then reverse and correct the parallel parking. You are allowed to do that. Now, when you go forward, don't go all the way to the position where you started from. This will be doing the parking again. All you're doing is go back a step and then come back. Instead of going all the way, just go a step back and then come back and finish the parallel parking. So yes, you are allowed to correct the parallel parking. Also with the bay parking, if you think you're not in the bay, you couldn't make it in one go, you are allowed to go forward and then reverse back. Or if you reversed in and it's not in the bay, then go forward and then reverse again to finish the bay parking. So yes, if you do any parking, whether it's a parallel parking or bay parking, and it's not in the bay, or you couldn't do the parallel parking, then go forward and correct. You are allowed to do that. The other thing about the bay parking is that many learners, they ask me, are they allowed to open the door to see if they are in the bay or not? Yes, you can. Just make sure that you look over your shoulder to check if there's anybody there, then open the door and check, and then close the door and correct if it's not in the bay. So yes, can I open the door and check? Yes, you can. Just make sure it's safe to do so, and then go forward and correct if it's not in the bay. What if I don't feel comfortable? Can I correct my seat after I've started the test? Yes, you can. Just make sure you look at the mirror, make sure it's safe to stop somewhere safe on the left. Basically, look at the mirrors, put the signal on and stop. And then yes, adjust your seat and then drive on safely as you normally do, looking around, including a blind spot. Okay, so can you correct your seat after you have started the test? Yes, you can. Just make sure you stop safely and then do it. What if I get my questions wrong for the show me tell me questions? Do I fail my test? No, you don't. If you get one wrong or both wrong, you will get one minor for that. So you don't fail for getting the question wrong, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn all of those questions, answer to all of those questions. Okay, make sure you remember, you're not learning those because you need to pass your test. You are learning because you are becoming a driver, and as a driver, it is your responsibility to know about your car, the basic about your car, the water, how to change the water, the oil, the brake fluid, how to open the bonnet, how to close the bonnet, the windscreen water. So all those things is basic, you need to know as a driver. Okay, so just because you're not going to fail for getting both questions wrong, it doesn't mean you're not learning. The reason it's in the test is so that you need to learn those things. Okay, you as a driver has the responsibility to know the basics about your car. So make sure you learn all those basics, because that's what you need to know as a driver. What if I go the wrong way? Will I fail my test? No, you won't fail for test for going the wrong way. As long as you've signaled, or as long as you've done the right thing, you won't fail the test for that. Okay, so for example, we should always drive on the left lane. To go straight ahead and to follow the road, we should always drive on the left lane. But sometimes the left lane doesn't go straight, it only goes left, which means we need the middle lane to go straight. So say you are approaching a roundabout or a traffic light and you needed to go to the second exit on the roundabout ahead, or maybe on the traffic light you need to follow the road ahead, but the left lane doesn't go straight and you didn't recognize that, you didn't read the road signs or road markings, and you ended up in the wrong lane at the end, which means put the signal on left and go left. The examiner didn't want you to go left, but in this case you put the signal on, you went left. It's a wrong way, but it doesn't mean that you're going to fail for that, because you've signaled and you went left. You didn't go without signaling. If you go without signaling, yes, you will fail your test. So as long as you've done the right thing, you won't fail your test for that. So just because you went the wrong way, it doesn't mean you failed. You will fail for not signaling, or from the left lane, which only goes left but you went straight, you will fail your test for that. Okay, so the question is, will I fail my test for going the wrong way? No, you won't, as long as you do the right thing, meaning the signaling and all that. What if I'm too far from the pavement when I stop the car? Now in the test, the examiner will ask you to stop few times on the left to see if your stopping is okay, and also on a hill to see if you are okay with the hill. Can you move off on a hill? Now when you do stop, and if you think the car is too far from the pavement, the question is, can I correct? Of course you can. Of course you should correct. So just because you stopped and it's too far from the pavement, it doesn't mean you failed. You haven't finished yet. So if you stop too far, make sure you go to first gear, just edge forward and correct and go closer to the pavement. Make sure you check if it's safe, there's no one around. Make sure there's no one around on the blind spot, and then just go forward a bit and go close to the pavement, and that's fine. Okay, so if you finish too far from the pavement, don't just stay there. Go a little bit more forward, go closer, and you will be fine. And that is perfectly okay in the test. Will I fail for speeding if it goes up a little? Now, if the speed goes 1 or 2, soon as you see, make sure you look at the mirror, put the brake and go down quickly. Okay, if you stay on it for too long, yes, you will fail your test for that. Say you are driving on a zone which is 20 and it goes up maybe 21, make sure you go down quickly. Okay, if you leave it on 21 for a while, yes, you will fail your test for speeding. So if it goes up a little bit, look at the mirror and go down quickly to the speed limit of the road. If you stay on it for too long, even if it's 1, you will fail your test for that for speeding. Okay, and one other question is, do I have to move my head to look at my mirror for the examiner? Many learners, they ask me that question, that when I'm looking at the mirrors, can the examiner see me? Am I looking at the mirror or not? So for me, do I need to make it obvious to move my head to look at the top mirror? No, you don't have to. The condition isn't for you to move your head to see at the mirror, to look at the mirrors. Okay, that's not the condition. Examiner knows. The examiner is trained to see whether you are looking at the mirrors or not. They could see your movement of your eyes. So the condition isn't for you to move your head to see if you are looking at the mirror or not. Okay, if you do, no problem. If you want to make it obvious, if you think that I think I need to make it obvious to the examiner, that's fine, it's up to you, but it's not a condition for you to move your head to look at the mirrors. Okay, examiner, they are trained, they know whether you are looking at the mirrors or not just by the movement of your eyes. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give a thumbs up, and please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if there is any questions you want me to answer, make sure you write it on the comment, and I will try to answer on the next video or in the future videos. Okay, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.